Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is the use of colons. Colons are used to signal new information after a complete thought. Colons tend to follow independent sentences or independent clauses to introduce new or related information. Let's look at an example. One of the smallest animals on earth is also one of the toughest, the humble tardigrade. And here is a picture of a tardigrade, but we will not be going into that because this is English and not science. A couple of things to look at in this example. The first thing is the part of before the colon has to be a complete sentence. So one of the smallest animals on earth is also one of the toughest. That is an independent clause or a complete sentence. The next thing is the part after the colon has to be either new information or a continuation of an explanation of what came before. So it needs to be new information or an explanation of what came before. Okay, in this example, the new information is naming the humble tardigrade. And thirdly, after the colon, it does not have to be a complete sentence. So what comes after the colon does not have to be a complete sentence. So let's look at the question. Delving into old garbage, has revealed important details about extinct societies. Now, because this lesson is only focusing on colons, let's look to see if this example or this answer would be correct. Delving into old garbage, has revealed information or important details about extinct societies. So if we're following our three rules, that one, the part before the colon has to be a complete sentence. If we look at this, delving into the garbage, into old garbage, that is not a complete sentence. So we know right there with our first example that it cannot be a colon. Okay. Now we're not going to get into the other three because these actually are covering different principles that we'll cover later. Just know for this example, we're definitely not using a colon because this is not a complete sentence. Okay, so go ahead and write down in your notes for colons, signal new information after a complete thought. And an example, one of the smallest animals on earth is also one of the toughest, the humble tardigrade. I hope that all makes sense. Good luck with the rest of the lesson.